Hi guys, Ed here. I just wanted to show you how I use the Automotive studio booth that I put on Gumroad. I'm just going to show you how I did this couple of image, with the same camera, and the only thing that's changing is the node settings. So let me just import the car first. Just going to duplicate this camera and use this one. So the light strength is pretty self-explanatory. Gradient will be the amount of gradient that you have between the center and the border of the softbox here. You see the gradient going there, and this is just going to change the amount that you have between both. The gradient size, I'm going to put it to a smaller value so that you can see what's going on. This is basically the white spot in the center of the softbox. This is going to affect like how much light is spread out at 0, which means that it's completely white on the gradient. So the whole thing is lit in the same way. So the reason I created this gradient size thing is to have the gradient fall off of the light on the objects. For example, you see here that the light value here is stronger than the light value that's going to be here. Same here. You see that it's stronger here and softer there. So this is just to mimic like studio lights in general, softbox in general, because they have a natural fall off. Coming back to the camera, gradient XY ratio. So you will see that this is going to make the center more or less wide or more or less long depending on your liking. You see, you can make almost a straight line in the middle, and you can also go the other way around, basically having it wider than longer. But I'm just going to leave it at 1. So this is going to be the first shot. Let me just render this. So there you have the first render with the first light setting. I'm going to switch to the second one. I'm going to come back to this. Talking a bit about the cyclo. So you have the cyclo here with the this image that I have in there is just I put it inside just as an example, but you can replace it with any black and white image that will then act as a factor, and then you can control both colors with A and B. So there's two settings for the text image basically, or graphic image, whatever you want. There's going to be the height of the image and the scale of the image. Height of the image will define where the text is going to slide on the cyclo, and then the scale, pretty self-explanatory again, it's just going to define like the scale of the graphics on the cyclo. So this is built to work best with square images, and also it was built so that no matter how you scale or move it, is always going to stay in the center. So you don't have to UV unwrap all this stuff all the time. But let's just go back to default. I'm just going to change the color of the cyclo and put it to black for this shot. I come back in here. I probably want my light like a bit more dramatic this time. And I'm going to reduce the XY ratio. Another thing, if you set the gradient value at 0, the border of the softbox basically becomes black. So you only have this gradient light in the center, and you have no sharp highlights then on the car. So yeah, now you have the second shot, which this kind of lighting works well for teasers or stuff like this. So the third one, the setup of the softbox will be more or less the same. It's just colors are going to change a bit more. I'm going to go to the cyclo. Probably use a blue color on this one. Yeah, something like this. So we go back to this one, and I'm going to change the color of the light as well. this works well. And then also you see, because of how the light is set up, you get this kind of vignette in the corners of the image. Yeah, this is basically it. So I'm going to render this one, show you all the shots side by side. With one camera, it took us maybe about 10 minutes to make these 3 shots to set everything up. And I'll probably see you guys next time when I drop something new on Gumroad then.